IARC Writing and Listening Classes. Class number 2. In this class, we will look at how an essay structure is made and the parts that make up this structure. When writing an essay, or in fact doing anything, we need to begin with the end in mind. This means when we start a task, we have to think about what the end of the task will look like. We need to understand what the final product, in this case an academic essay, will look like. We need to know the ingredients or parts that we need to put into it, and we need to think of how the structure is arranged. For example, think about making takoyaki. What does takoyaki look like? Okay, I can imagine what takoyaki looks like. It's doughy, round balls with octopus inside. What ingredients does takoyaki need? Well, it needs octopus legs chopped up into small parts. It's made with batter. It's covered with, negi or cheese or some spring onions or sauce or tenkatsu, those kind of things. And how do we mix these ingredients together? Well, we'll follow a recipe. And if we do all of these things, we get takoyaki. It is much easier to complete a task if we know what the end of the task or the desired output will look like. Before we do start, we need to think about what some basic words mean. An essay, to begin with, is not a kansorban, although it looks like a kansorban. An essay is a group of paragraphs designed to discuss, explain, or show main points about one main idea or objective. This main idea or objective is often called the thesis statement. In an essay, there are usually many paragraphs. A paragraph is a group of sentences about one main point or purpose. For example, an introduction paragraph, a body paragraph, or a conclusion paragraph. And each paragraph type has a different style of structure. For example, the structure of an introduction paragraph is different to a body paragraph's structure and a conclusion paragraph's structure. So there are 3 types of paragraph. All of the paragraphs are made up of sentences. A sentence is a short group of words starting with a big letter and ending with a period or a full stop. It's important to understand these general terms as well. So, the essay parts. Basically, looking here, we have a simple diagram of essay parts. This is the introduction paragraph. It is usually the first paragraph, in fact it's always the first paragraph, of an essay. In the introduction paragraph, it usually starts with a hook. This gets the reader's interest in the subject. Following the hook, there are general statements. General statements introduce the topic or the subject and will gradually become more specific until the end of the introduction paragraph. At the end of the introduction paragraph, there is the thesis statement. The thesis statement gives the objective or purpose of the whole essay. It is a very important part, and it exists only at the end of the introduction paragraph. Next, we have the body paragraphs. The body paragraphs make up the main part of the essay. There are usually 2, 3, 4. There are usually multiple body paragraphs. Each body paragraph starts with a topic sentence. A topic sentence gives the main point of the body paragraph. And this topic sentence supports the thesis statement given in the introduction. Following the topic sentence, other sentences called supporting sentences support the topic sentence. underneath the topic sentence and the supporting sentence, we find the detail sentences. There are usually 2 or 3 detail sentences for each supporting sentence, and you can see that that structure repeats through the body paragraph. At the end of the body paragraph, there is a concluding sentence which restates the topic sentence or summarizes the main point of the body paragraph. The final paragraph is the conclusion paragraph. The conclusion paragraph consists of the summary of main points, which basically summarizes the main points made in the body paragraphs, and it has a final statement or final statements at the end of the essay which give your opinion or your judgment on the issue at hand. These essay parts, when put together, would look something like this, as an image. Normally, of course, there would be multiple body paragraphs, but for the moment, this image, this vision of what your final essay will physically look like, is very, very useful and important to consider. There are explanations of the essay parts in the textbooks that you use. You can see the pages written here. There are also ways to practice this online using Quizlet or some other activities. Please feel free to scan the QR code on your phone and practice on Quizlet if you wish. Now, try to draw a rough image plan of the paragraphs in your essay. For the introduction paragraph, think, what is the topic of your essay? Next, for the body paragraphs, think, what are the main points of these body paragraphs? And finally, for the conclusion paragraph, think, how does the details tie together in this paragraph? Remember to use the correct structure and the correct parts. For homework, as you can see here, vocabulary, gorilla, and writing. Good luck, and thank you for listening.